What's up, y'all? Hope you're having a great day. We are butchering our first 2 chickens. We've actually never butchered meat birds before. These are actually just 2 roosters from our egg-laying flock, and obviously you can't have 3 roosters, so we're gonna be butchering 2 of them. So we've got our butchering set up, ready to roll, but first want to introduce you to Ashleigh, my wife.
Hello, I'm Ashleigh.
And
finally in a video.
Finally we got her in one. How are you feeling about butchering these birds?
Well, I'm a little sad.
Yeah.
But I understand.
We're gonna butcher them, and it's gonna be good because we're gonna be doing meat birds soon, so it'll just be a good taste of what it's like. You know, and I've butchered and killed deer before, so I understand the guts and all that doesn't bother me. So, but it is sad to take a life, but it's ultimately so that we can be healthy.
Yep.
But anyways, we're gonna jump into it, and y'all can follow along as we go.
Okay, so this is our scald pot. This is where we'll be dunking the birds in for about 45 seconds after they bleed out. And then it needs to be about 150 degrees. So that's gonna help us pluck all the feathers off.
All right, we got our 2 roosters, and we selected these based upon personality, and we really like this guy, so we're gonna keep him. And we're gonna butcher these 2, and so got them in a dog crate. Then we're gonna take them on up to where we're gonna butcher them. Right now we just had them in the scalder, and we're just dunking them in some cold water in a bucket just to keep, we don't want to cook that skin. And that way, you know, really once you've had it in there, you should be able to, in that scalder, you should be able to just pull the feathers off. You can also just pull the skin off the legs. That's when you know. But 45 seconds, 150 degrees in a scalder, plenty of time.
Don't want it over 150 degrees because it'll cook the bird.
Yeah, you don't want to leave it in there too long, or you will cook the bird's skin. So we're hand plucking. We'll get a plucker in the future, and go from there.
You're next, buddy.
So I'm just plucking with hands. Obviously you can buy a plucker. Really nice ones are expensive. So if you're gonna be doing 50 meat birds, you're gonna want a plucker. You're gonna be here all day. I'd say it takes a good 10 minutes to pluck these birds by hand, maybe 5, but it's gonna get real old if you're doing 50 birds in a day.
But since we only did 2 today.
Yeah, since we only did 2, we were gonna do this, but when we do an actual round of meat birds, we're definitely gonna buy a plucker, and then we'll just make it a big family affair, invite the extended family over and give them some chickens in lieu of labor. So, all right, we got it plucked, and we clipped off the head, and I do it with these garden pruners. And then with the legs, it's pretty simple. There's a million videos on butchering chicken. Basically, you're gonna cut at the joint. So we basically got a bird down to everything but gutting it. All right, now we're gonna gut it. I got the gizzard out, and basically when you're gutting it, you don't wanna stab. You wanna come up, cut here, and just keep gutting until you see, there's the guts. We're breaking through the fat right there. And so I don't want to pierce the guts. So now, I'm just gonna reach my hand in there, break it up a little bit, just like that. And then I'm gonna reach my hand in here, break up the sections along the ribs that's containing all those organs. And then we're gonna come over here next to the gut bucket and rip all that out. And then pull out like that. Here's the liver right here. So we actually want to keep the liver. I'm actually going to trim that. There's the heart as well. And I'm going to trim some of the liver off. There's the heart and lungs. We don't want the lungs, just want that heart. Put that in the ice chest. Let it start cooling. And then from here, we want to make sure that's poop.
It just squirted on me.
So here we've got the anal cavity, and we don't want that to bust. So we're going to cut down and around on both sides of the anal cavity. That way we don't get any manure in the cavity. However, if you do, just spray it out. It's going to be a gazillion times better compared to what you're getting in the big butcheries, the slaughterhouses, I should say. So that's it. All right, y'all. So there we are. Got those chickens butchered. Here we have them, and then final ice bath. They're going to be resting in here just because these are older birds, so they're going to be slow cookers because they're just a little bit tougher. But they're in here resting, and we'll put these guys in the freezer later on today. All right, so we just finished up butchering our first 2 chickens, and it really wasn't that bad. What do you think, babe?
I don't think it was that bad. I definitely couldn't watch him cut the throat.
Yeah, she would go in and make sure the water is getting scalded at the right temp, and then I'd do the cutting the throat. Really, cutting the throat's not bad at all. So,
but the whole experience, not too bad.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a round of meat birds eventually, and of course you'll see a video when we do it. Appreciate you watching today.